Welcome to Round Glass. I'm Miriam Parker, and I'm overjoyed to be guiding you in today's session on self-care. So, in today's session, we are unpacking this amazing secret weapon. Guess what it is? We're going to use caring for others, which is the essence of the Tonglen practice, but we're going to explore how is it possible that taking care of myself can look like taking care of other people. Because from my viewpoint, that's exactly what makes me feel exhausted, right? This idea of all that external output, right? Um, but we're cowboys. We're out there trying stuff new, and it's one of the most powerful practices that I can offer. Truly, I say that with my genuine heart. So for you today, my ask for you is think of a time when you helped someone else and it felt really good. So I ask that question because sometimes it doesn't, right? So essentially, the caveat for all of this is that you need to discern for yourself, right? But I hope that I talk about this all the time in my sessions with you is that the resource for our liberation and our freedom, the reason why we're coming to meditate, I want to rid myself of anxiety. I want to rid myself of mental anguish and anger. This kind of liberation is done through seeing the resource that I have the capacity to do it. And that change happens through the care of others. And we've heard about it before in different walks of life. There is always a passage that says something like, treat others exactly the way you want to be treated. You know, if you start to collect a community of people that are caring, you are caring for, that community ends up caring for you right back, right? It is your community and the way that you are in relationship to your world. Think about it. It starts to become who you are. There is a reflection of how you treat others ends up being how you treat yourself, right? So I'd love for you to see yourself as so resourceful and full of plenitude that you have the capacity to care for others. So, because the way you manifest things is through this law of cause and effect. You want an effect, so you plant the cause, you plant this little seed in the garden of your mind. That's what we're doing all the time in meditation. Seeing yourself caring for others, it creates a recording for you to see yourself caring for yourself. Okay? So I know it seems abnormal, but we're going to try it out because we're going to use the end result, which is I have the capacity to care for others, and it is a testimony of my own self-care. We're going to use the result of the plenitude of care as the process, as the path today. So I'm going to guide you the whole way through in our Tonglen practice, this beautiful classical practice on compassion. And I just want to give you the steps first so you feel solid and you know what you're doing. First step is we're going to choose someone that we feel is really in pain. And their pain, we can relate to that pain. We're going to choose someone that we care about a lot. And so once we have that person in mind, we'll sit down, we'll do our meditation. And the first step is taking on the posture of our greatest version of self. Inside our heart will be this beautiful plush red rose, fragrant and full of the most ideal version of what love can be, a transcendent type of love. On top of that rose is the diamond, a diamond that slashes through misunderstanding. So when you take on their suffering, it's nothing for that rose and diamond. They're like, what? I got this. I ain't scared of you. I got this. And so you're doing this gesture of incredible love and wisdom when maybe your friend and dear one cannot do it for themselves. And then we'll reimagine their suffering as black smoke. We'll draw it in, coaxing it with our breath. On our exhales, we'll curl it all up in a ball, breathing in and curling, breathing in and curling. And then on the count of 3, a nice deep breath in, we'll inhale it. As soon as we see it touching the diamond, poof, we diffuse the suffering. The suffering that most normally will be coming from a misunderstanding of who they truly are. We'll exhale, and that will be the practice. So I hope I've prepped your mind. You're welcome to just go ahead, settle into your meditative posture. Nice slow breath in, exhaling out. I'm here now. I'm here for myself. I'm here to practice my potential, my capacity of love to transcend. And when I tap into those feelings, the care that is needed begins to become palpable. Take a moment to check in with yourself. If you're sleepy and tired, allow yourself to be so. Begin to receive any sensation that arises with arms of love. Everything is welcome here. However you show up, begin to build up a quality in your mind of fearlessness. Let the spine and the posture of your body mimic that sensation, strength, fearlessness. Feel the chin is level. There is a sensation of the center of your body, and everything is just extending from that center. You can imagine the torso is hollow and there's just this stream of light in the middle. And the legs extend from the center down into the earth like roots, grounding you to this resource of Mother Earth. And she is holding you. And you can use that as an image for yourself. The healthier your earth is, the more capacity it has to take on. Yeah, your legs are extending from the center. They're like roots planted into the earth, held, loved, supported. And rising up from this earth is this tall spine. The crown of the head lifting up to the sky. Imagine there's no ceiling, no roof, nothing obscuring your capacity to touch the sky. Let go of tensions around your upper chest. Deep breath in through the collarbone, deep breath out of the upper chest, letting it fall down and in. Finding the balance of taking things on and letting things go. Taking it in and then letting it go. The rhythm of your breath is a way of self-care. Watching the rhythm of your breath. Take in, rejuvenate, restore, and then let go. Imagine that the space within you is vast, not finite. And that blue sky that is above you, imagine that it's all around you. And as you breathe and expand, your pores open and drink in the blue sky. And it's filling your body and emptying out of any type of weight or normal you. You're tapping into the infinite, the part of you that feels connected beyond this body. And I want you to feel all the way from your toes to your nose, to the back of your head, to your fingertips and lips, to the curves in your earlobes, all blue sky. And so you're breathing in blue sky, and you're breathing out blue sky. And then check in. What brought you to this practice? What is it that is ailing you? What is it that if you could relieve that, oof, what a sigh of relief it would be. And use your deductive mind to begin to take off some of the labels that you have around the story. Trying to get to the most fundamental, essential part of the suffering. Maybe it's just self-love that you need, not to lose more weight or to feel full and abundant, not to feel scarce. And then think of somebody who suffers in a similar way as you. See them sitting before you. Like knee to knee, you can feel them breathing. Feeling a genuine wish. Let me take this away. May this be gone. And may I do it. I take responsibility. See the shift, feel the shift in your heart as you confirm that sensation, that feeling. I want to do it. I won't give up. And as you imagine them released from the grips of their pain, I want you to imagine this love in your heart. Don't go too fast, anticipating any next steps. I just want you to feel this deep love in your heart. Taking the form of a velvety red plush rose that is so large and fragrant and beautiful. It touches all four corners of your body. And I want you to imagine what would happen if that love was turned on them. That the love, this rose almost was like a purifying cleanser that in the face of it, it absorbed and transformed. Imagine how it would feel if this rose, this love, this deep, deep, unshakable love was transmitted into every single pore in their body. And then above your heart, there is this crystal, beautiful diamond, like the most gorgeous diamond that's sharp, sharp like the wisdom that cuts through the fear that they may be having. A fear of, or not just a fear, but a misunderstanding of who they are. So we picture their body filled with this black smoke, their pain. And we breathe in and we draw it out. Each time we see the black smoke released from their body, twirling into a small ball in front of our noses, the flower gets brighter and the diamond becomes more brilliant. Begin to draw the black smoke out of them. Seeing it relieved any pain in the toes, emotional disturbance, misunderstandings, fears. See it all leave them as the black smoke leaves their body. And over the next 5 breaths, really imagine it completely disappeared. And sitting in between you, small black smoke ball the size of a walnut. It's hovering. And just picture the rose again, brilliant, red, plush, fragrant. The diamond in the center of the body above the rose. Understand as much as you can how it is that love and wisdom could diffuse the suffering. Transform it. You're going to watch them transform. And you are transformed. So on the count of 3, we'll make a nice deep breath in. As soon as you see the black smoke touch even the tip of the diamond, it puffs, poof, into white. And then exhale. So 1, see that, 2, and 3. Exhale all the air out. See the lightness around you. See yourself on a beautiful platform, sitting knee to knee with them. Beautiful sky all around you, this fragrance of flowers and the brilliance of the diamond beaming from within out into the space around you, engulfing them with light, and they are in bliss. And it's not a bliss from the outside as though they've seen something totally beautiful outside of them. It's a bliss from the inside out. They are a reflection of the rose and diamond. See their body moving with grace and jubilance. See them grateful. And see you grateful. Feel a sense of sweetness in your heart, knowing that you have planted a seed in the garden of your mind for your suffering to also transform. You saw how it is done. So like all seeds, it will grow. So rejoice in what you've done. It is the sun, it is the water to make it grow. So rejoice now. And then dedicate your practice. Feel the earth. Feel your roots. Feel grounded. Feel air. Deep breath in, filling the lungs, exhaling, letting it all out again. Welcome yourself back into the space around you. Another very active, mindful moment in time of deep self-care. In our meditation practice, we have time. We could use it in many ways. And I invite you, we're doing these deep practices. We're trying to get to the source. Not the way that the suffering flowers moment to moment. It looks like this, it looks like that, it looks like a headache, it looks like not understanding how to solve a problem. The phone breaks. It looks all kinds of ways. But there is an essential part of it. So in these practices, this type of self-care is really getting to try to use our time to get to the essence of some of that suffering. And we do that by seeing it in others and practicing what does it take to take that out. You know, if you're tired, you feel exhausted, take a nap. Don't, feel yourself. As I said, we must discern for ourselves what we need. But there is a deep, deep resource of care that we can access, and it is all around you. It is in the people in your community. It is in the people that you love the most. It is in the people that drive you crazy the most. We get to practice patience. But the key to all of that is seeing it. I know how it works. So it's very prevalent on this aspect of cause and effect. If you never drink water, what happens? You get dehydrating. The effect of not drinking water is you don't have water in your body. The effect of seeing yourself, taking care of others, and inviting them to be a part of your well-being has the effect of they become a part of your well-being. And it's sometimes infinitely easier to care for others than it is to care for ourselves. So we have to be very mindful in seeing that they are one and the same. And that also means, secret, that when you care for yourself really well, you're caring for others. So it goes both ways. And we will research that more in further sessions around self-care and the resource of having others around us to do that. It goes both ways. So I invite you to contemplate that. And, this is definitely a meditation that must be experienced. So I applaud all of you who had the bravery to do something that is kind of radically different. It's not what's sold us. A lot of time, what is being sold to us around self-care has something to do with the materiality of things, like an exchange. You buy this, you get self-care. And what I want to offer you is always your meditation practice is the ultimate apparatus. You can build it to serve you in whatever form you need to be served. Okay? So in regards to self-care and in regards to seeing how it is that we can do that by caring for others, takes a lot of mindful practice to know when is the right time to rest and sleep, and when is the right time to go on your cushion and think of somebody who could use some of your support, right? So one is a moment-to-moment thing, like, I'm really thirsty, I need a glass of water, so go get a glass of water. But we want to have a rigorous and consistent practice in which we are really looking for the crucial point. The part that we can diffuse, if we can just get that misunderstanding and get that wisdom in our hearts, we will not have the same suffering at all ever again. That type of sustaining self-care. The rest, I leave it up to you. I believe you know exactly how to care for yourself. So remember, you can meditate with Round Glass every single day at the same time. Also, please check us out at round.class and on our app, and I will see you next Thursday for our next session. Thank you so much for your bravery. Thank you so much for your care. Keep it going, and I'll see you soon.